We're here with our new friend Rachel at the Bubble Room on Captiva Island, and okay, I'm going to start with this really basic question. What have we just walked into?
Well, you've walked into a little bit of everything. We have about 3,500 antiques and toys, aquariums, old Hollywood, Christmas, Alice in Wonderland, everything thrown into one. There's barely an empty spot on our walls.
So it is very eclectic. Like you said, a little bit of everything. How did it get pieced together a little piece at a time, or did you just do the whole thing?
It
all at once?
did. It definitely got done, pieced together. It started out as just our front dining room with 24 seats. They didn't have any money to decorate when they first opened, so they just kind of threw the old Hollywood pictures and some old toys up of their daughters, and it just started from there. And then as the restaurant expanded, they just kept moving on, and then finally the owners actually had to move out. They lived on the 3rd floor. This was actually their living space up here that we're on right now.
Okay, here's how I'm going to crystallize this for everybody at home. If Ed Mervish had opened a restaurant, this would be the restaurant, right? Because doesn't this remind you of Honest Ed's? There's a landmark in Toronto that people would come and just walk around to look at the place. So let's talk about the restaurant side of it for a second. What's the specialty? Why am I, if I'm coming for the food, what's the food I got to have when I'm here?
Well, we're known for our prime rib. We have 2 portions. We have the Jane portion, which is 14 to 16 ounces, or we have the Tarzan portion, which is 28 to 32.
Now, there's a lot to take in here. I mean, there's trains going around, and there's puppets. What do you think is the most unusual part of the restaurant?
That's a hard one. I don't know if I've ever been asked that. I would say the 1930s Macy's display on the 2nd floor. The room was built on specifically for that display. A bunch has been added to it since then. That's probably the most unusual, that we built on this whole little room just for a Christmas display.
Like a Macy's? Oh, I see, like a Macy's toy?
Yeah, it has animatronics in there, a 1905 popcorn machine. But yeah, it's a really...
Doesn't that take you back?
Yeah.
We were told when we came here that we had to have the orange crunch cake. What's the deal there?
All right, well, it's a yellow cake. It has almond brown sugar layers with an orange cream cheese icing. Probably our best seller, 1 in 10, I'm guessing. But the funny thing about that cake, it was never meant to be. The owner was making a batch of our white Christmas cake. She accidentally dumped a whole thing of orange juice in it. And whenever we bake cakes, we bake 50 to 100 of each kind at a time. And she didn't want to throw out the whole batch. So she came up with the orange crunch cake.
You know what I think I like most about this restaurant? You and I fit right in. We just kind of blend right into the environment.
It's true. This is going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for having us tonight.
All right, thank you for joining us.